We need something funny for the beginning, though. We haven't done.
I think we had something when I started recording that I can work with.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I remember because I started recording, and then shortly after we had a part where we all were laughing about something. I was like, okay, I think that'll cover us, even if we don't say anything else.
Perfect. Okay.
But maybe not.
No,
maybe
we can just do zoom ins on our costumes. Be like,
yeah,
this is the cold open. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, if you're seeing this and not the funny thing, that means that the thing I thought was going to be funny wasn't actually funny. So
No.
Yeah.
Hi. Hey everybody, welcome to the JRPG Pursuit, your spooky JRPG podcast for all things terrifying JRPGs. I'm Branden.
I'm Abdallah.
And I'm Emily.
And you might be wondering, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, why it sounds like I'm speaking from the interior of a burlap sack. It is because this is our Halloween episode, and we are in full regalia. Our costumes are immaculate. I'm sure you all agree. So if you are listening on an audio-only platform, I highly encourage you, come over and check out the video version of this podcast, because look at all this. Yeah. Look at all these. Look at this.
Introduce who you are, in case they can't see you.
For those of you who are not able to see me or don't know, despite how well I put this together, I am Sans from Undertale, classic video game character. And I want to tell you that it wasn't until I played Undertale 2 or 3 times. It wasn't until my wife played it recently, and I was watching her play a little bit, that I understood what Sans' name meant. Like, I get that it was like based on Comic Sans, but I just thought, I didn't think about the comic part. But he's a stand-up comic. Mm-hmm. That's the joke. Like, he'll do all those, like, look to the camera and do the boom, and like, so he's a stand-up comic, and his name is Sans. Just wanted to throw that out there. That's how stupid I am. Yeah. Dallah, tell us about your costume.
Last year I brought out down on his luck Charizard. He's equally down on his luck again this year.
Things have not improved for Charizard.
Nope. It is worn down a little bit more. He's seen better days, and 2025 did not treat him well. No. So here he is to talk about some spooky stuff and some miserable experiences, possibly.
Yes. And
the ones we want to avoid.
Emily, introduce us to your character, your cosplay character.
I went with the classic Tifa Lockhart. And kind of a blend of her multiple looks, because it's what I was working with.
Yeah, she has changed subtly over the years.
She has. But you know what? The core, I think, look, has remained the same.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure. So this week, I'm going to take this mask off.
You should.
Oh my God.
So you don't sound so muffled.
It sounds awful. And oh my gosh, it's so hot in there. I don't know if you can tell like how disheveled I am. It is so warm in there.
That's what rubber does to you, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's going to sit right here. But anyway, this week, it's, like I said, our Halloween episode, and we are bringing you some of the games that we find to be so bad that they are scary. Okay. Like, these are games, like, normally, especially from my perspective, I tend to look on the positive side. I try to bring that positive energy, but this week I'm just letting it loose. I'm just being unfiltered, and I'm going to talk about some games, and I think we all are, some of which might make some of you upset, and we apologize in advance. Our goal is
we
not
don't
to
apologize. We unapologetically are listening.
Well, yeah, I just said we unapologetic, but we unapologetically apologize for hurting your feelings if that happens. But yeah, I guess we should just jump into it. If you guys want, I could go first. I've got a few games to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got a list. You got to share the list.
I have a list. I got to get it off my chest. The first game I wanted to talk about is the oldest one on my list, I believe. Yeah, oldest one on my list. And it's actually kind of beloved by some people. There's definitely a fan base. And that's honestly the type of game that's most interesting to talk about with this kind of topic for me, is like the games that you find so bad, despite the fact that other people might like them. And my first one is Saga Frontier. Okay. Saga Frontier had like it was like a convergence of negative situations for me when that game came out. Like, PlayStation was pretty new. I had just played Final Fantasy VII. I may have actually played Xenogears as well prior to playing Saga Frontier. And so I was ready for more Square JRPG games, man. Like, inject them into my veins. I want that story. I want them characters, that music. I want it all.
Oh, yeah.
And here's Saga Frontier. It was kind of a throwback, right? Like, it was, 2D sprites. There's a little bit of 3D trickery in the battles, but like, it was largely a 2D game. And I was like, that's cool. A little throwback. So I was excited. And, you had 7 characters in the original release that you could choose from? 6, 7. So you're playing through these little kind of mini RPGs, which, I was not opposed to. It was a new thing for me because we had never gotten Live Alive, which is like maybe the biggest example of the game doing the short story format. We hadn't gotten that at that point. So I was open to it. And never have I gone from like super hyped and excited to try a new game to just like utter disbelief and disappointment so quickly. Misery. Like, what a miserable game that was for me, man. Like, it's so random, for one thing. Like, you're leveling up, and if you played the Saga games, that's kind of their thing. You gain attributes in battle randomly, you gain skills randomly. There's no traditional leveling system. In more recent Saga games, like the Saga Romancing Saga 2 remake, they've actually made that a lot clearer, easier to understand. It's not drastically different, but it's better presented, and I enjoy it more now. But at the time, man, like, that system made no sense to me. The story felt like it might as well not be there. Like, honestly, I was dumped into these scenarios, no idea what was going on, no context. The characters were not interesting, to me at least, and I was miserable, just pure misery in game form. I was so bummed by that game. Have either of you played Saga Frontier?
I've played it. I've never finished it. I remember I never bought it because I didn't like it. But my friend had it, and so I remember trying it at his place and then being like, "This is just not for me."
Blame it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just I ended up I played for a few hours at his house. We were sitting there just playing through it, and I was like, "This is miserable." Like you said, it just didn't click with me. So I just ended up just not playing it any further and just stopped. Never picked it up.
And I, with games like that, I try to understand what other people might like in them. That's interesting to me. It's like, if I don't like a game, I want to understand what people do like about it. It's just interesting to me. I've heard people's explanations for why they like Saga Frontier, and I can't understand it. Like, it's one of the rare games where I'm like, not only do I dislike it, I also don't understand why anyone does. And that makes me sound like a jerk, but I've tried. I have tried to understand what is the appeal. So if you love Saga Frontier, let me know down in the comments. I'm not trying to be antagonistic about it. I just want to know. I don't get it.
Would you think it's just that difficulty? Like, some people just thrive on ridiculous difficulty, and it feels like
maybe
all the odds are against them, but they overcome it.
Maybe it's like if you are a pure combat lover and you like the Saga series method of doing combat, I imagine that it's a fine representation of that combat, but it definitely didn't have any of the things that I was looking for in a JRPG at the time. And I went back to it recently. I did a video on it several months ago, or included it in a video at least. So I was playing through it to get footage, and so I played it an hour or so. And I thought, there's a decent chance, now I'm older, I'm wiser, maybe. And maybe I'll find something to enjoy. No, I hit the same wall so quickly.
Done.
It's like, I did not grow into this one at all. So I don't know. I'd be curious to hear what people think they like about Saga Frontier.
Yeah. If you guys have played it and love it, let us know.
Let us know,
because I want to know.
And is the remastered version, I just played the original on PS1, is the remastered version, does it make it more palatable for someone like me?
I imagine there's quality of life improvements.
Some kind of quality of life stuff
helped.
Yeah. Was that one of I don't remember if that was one of the good remasters.
I don't think it was well received.
it didn't like make a big splash.
No.
So,
Romancing Saga too, though. On the other hand,
that one
very big, very good.
Yes.
But
not to be confused, not to confuse those two. I do it all the time. Like, which Saga are you talking about?
The sub-series, Romancing Frontier, and then they kind of dropped the sub-series thing, didn't they? Yeah. They just had some random like Emerald Beyond or something. Was a more recent one.
Yeah, last year I think, right? They released.
Yeah. It's. I feel like I could get into some of the newer entries, especially like if they're like Romancing Saga 2 remake. That I had a lot of fun with. But yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my first one. Who wants to go next?
I could jump in if you want.
Jump in.
Okay.
Jump on in.
First off, submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society. I call the story How to Ruin a Franchise That Is Loved.
Beloved franchise.
So let's workshop the title, but yeah.
It's a terrible title, but I'm also
work in progress.
I'm a terrible Charizard, so there you go. Don't expect much from me. No, but I'm going to talk about a game that came out in 2005. And it was published by Ubisoft, so you all you know it's going to be good. But that is Lunar, the Dragon Song. Like, that's, to me, the scariest aspect of that is just how much I love the Lunar series.
Yeah.
1 and 2 is like one of the most, like, I don't know, just beloved series of that era. Like, it's one of my favorite games growing up on the PS1 era. And it just held such a special place in my heart and a lot of people's hearts. I know Branden loves all things Lunar as well.
Yeah, Lunar's great.
I like Lunar.
And now Emily, who recently played.
I liked, the remaster.
Exactly. So like Lunar is just a wonderful series, like just so compelling and just whimsical almost. Yeah. And that's the whole point of Lunar. It's like a whimsical, fun experience that just like, it's like a romp, a 90s kind of like weird, like, fantasy romp.
It's like a simple story, but it's told really well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can criticize some games for having simple stories and they don't execute them very well, so it feels kind of bland. But this is like a straightforward saving the world kind of story, but it's told really, really well.
Exactly, with great characters and just fun interactions and things like that. So what if we just took all of that away and instead implemented the worst decisions? Because I feel like with Dragon Song, as a developer, when they were creating this game, they must have had like a round table where they're sitting there and they're like, all right, let's talk about what are the best things we can do to an RPG.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, what's the opposite of that? And let's implement it right now. Because like they basically kind of sat down and they just like they're like, all right, who hates walking in a JRPG? Because like just the slow meandering walking. So like because like everyone's like, okay, let's put a run feature. But what if we made running lower your HP? So every step you took, you lost HP. Mm-hmm. And so when you're, and let's also make the dungeony or like little areas very like meandering, and you have to like try to figure out where you're going constantly. It's never easy to figure out where your next place is. Yeah. So you're constantly struggling with the fact that like you're at a snail's pace walking through these dungeons, trying to like, it takes you hours just to get through those things because you either don't want to run because you're going to lose HP and you're not going to be able to, defeat
survive fighting,
fighting, whatever you're going to do. And, or you're stuck, going at a snail's pace and you're just frustrated at that aspect.
Yeah. I would love to know what the thinking was behind the run causing damage. Like if they're looking at it from the perspective of like, we want it to be realistic, there's a cost for running, it's going to exhaust you. Okay. But also you are in a magical world of dragons and fireballs and stuff. Like we've already given up a lot of the realism to be here. Yeah. Why are we
have a stamina
zeroing
spell.
In? Like if you need to do something like that, give you some way to circumvent it at least.
Exactly.
Even better, don't do it. But like, it's very strange decision.
It's easy to like, I guess, eat potions or something to recover health, or do they make that also kind of like a barrier?
Okay. There's definitely a little bit of a barrier to that. So it's not, and like on top of that, so there's so many things wrong with this game. That's just one aspect. So, yeah. So like you have the aspect of like, all right, so let's say you're going through these battles and you want to level up. You have to actually, and it just doesn't explain this at all in the game. So you don't realize it until like you've actually looked this up and figured it out. But there's like a toggle in the settings, in your like character's settings, in the pause screen that can switch the type of experience you get. So when you level up, you can either get, or when you go into a battle, if you win the battle, you can either get experience towards leveling or money. You can't get both. So you have to pick and choose, so you have to spend extra time, grinding or doing whatever you need to do to get both money and experience. So, cause like that also feeds into the fact that like, all right, I need health items, but I have to sit here and sacrifice my leveling experience to get those health items. And so like, it just becomes the most annoying, like
an arcade.
It feels like a prank. It feels like a prank in game form. Like
I know. It feels like they actively hated their audience when they were like making this game. They're like, you know what? Let's just make it as painful as possible.
If you wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and say like they were trying to be realistic with the running causing damage thing, what is the justification for having to choose between experience and money in a fight?
Yes.
How is that realistic? If you know what I mean, like what is that about? It makes no
100%.
sense.
It's just padding to make the game longer. Like, is that what
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be like,
it's gotta be.
There's no way. Cause like I don't understand how that could go through QA. Like who played this game before it launched and was like, you know what? Like, this is like a great idea. I think everything you've got put together here, it's awesome. Cause like, there's so many things like you could talk about this game. Like it brings Brandon's favorite thing, and that is breaking equipment. So
oh gosh.
You can, as you're going through these battles, which the battles are in itself, like they look cool because, when you get into the battle screen, it's kind of artistically, it looks nice. And then it also uses both screens as like a, what do you call it? Like it kind of expands the whole view of everything, but you can't lock in. You can't choose who you're going to attack. So you just hit attack and it just does whatever it wants.
Yeah.
So you can't plan out like who you're going to attack or what you're going to attack. And then you don't know, like, cause like there's enemies that are on the upper area that you don't see right away. And so you don't know how many enemies you're actually fighting in a battle sometimes. So you're just like kind of confused and you're going in there and you're trying to look at everything and you're trying to figure out what you need to do. And then you can also like, if they attack you, can break your equipment. And so you have to go in and if they break your equipment, you have to go through the process of then grinding for more money to buy said equipment again. And then you sacrifice your leveling as well again. So it kind of keeps forming this loop of misery.
A vicious cycle of misery.
Openly antagonistic to you, the player.
Yeah, so like
RPGs, like I feel like the core function of them, there has to be some sort of rewarding, feeling to making progress, and that just seems to like strip that away.
Yeah,
no,
it punishes you for doing the things that other games reward you for. Which is
just not what you probably should do in a beloved genre.
Yeah, and I just feel like it feels deeply cynical, but like I don't think it's cynicism. I think it's just the dumbest decisions.
Like masochicism or something. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
We're going to make them suffer.
Make you suffer because you like to suffer, but do you?
No. Who does? What's the audience for this? I'm not saying there's not an audience for it, but I think it's small. I think it's smaller than...
There are people out there that probably enjoy this or have some sort of nostalgia for this game. I don't know how or why, but they do. Yeah. And like, it's not like, okay, you can say all the mechanics suck, but like maybe the story's great. No, it's not. It's a very bare bones story. You basically play as a kid who's part of a courier service. So most of what you're doing is like taking on odd jobs.
Uber
you're like,
you're
just, delivering stuff. So it's like not even that interesting of a story. And I don't know. I don't know why.
Like a lot of people, like when they have their lists of like the worst JRPGs or the worst games of all time, usually they're just listing mediocre games, right?
Yeah.
This is actually genuinely like a bad game. Like bad design.
It's actively bad.
The fact that it was released with all of these things being so clearly wrong, like mistargeted for the audience, it's frankly astounding that it came out.
Got it so wrong.
I know, and especially like since it's a Lunar game, so like there's so much like love for Lunar, and like that's what makes it so miserable and scary. Is that like you realize like as you play that you're like, this was the end. This is how they killed.
That's how it ended.
Lunar series. This is how they killed Lunar.
Thankfully, we have those remasters, so
yes,
there's those at least. But it is sad, like when a beloved franchise or one that's about to become like a big old series maybe just dies because of just bad choices.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dallah, did you ever play Lunar Magic School on this? Was it Saturn?
Oh, I don't think I ever played that one. Actually,
it's like a spin-off. Yeah. It's definitely not as bad as Dragon Song, but it's like kind of the lost Lunar game for a lot of people because it never came out over here. I'm sure there's a fan translation, but I'd like to check that out at some point.
Yeah, I should look up if there's a fan translation for that. I hope there is. I would imagine.
Yeah, just curious. But yeah, Lunar Dragon Song.
Terrible.
Awful. Bad.
Beware.
Should I go next?
Go for
I guess for my bad pick, I think something we're going to get more into later in the episode are why we actually maybe try to avoid the so-called bad games because we're too scared to try them. But so unfortunately, I don't have a ton of games in my repertoire that I've played that I think are actively like poorly designed and just bad games that they're scary. But one that I was really looking forward to actually because it was becoming like one of my favorite franchises. And when it came out, I was trying to almost gaslight myself, like I like this, right? I like this, but no, I didn't. And then I put it down and I haven't picked it back up since. And that is Rune Factory 5. I adored Rune Factory 4 when it came out on the 3DS. Like I ate that stuff just so up. That was my first, I think, foray into how RPGs and farm simulators can, have a nice marriage together.
Yeah.
Because before I was scared to try RPGs that had farming mechanics in it because I thought it'd be boring. I'm like, oh, this has fighting in it. I'll probably like it. And I did. And it's made me a little bit more open to, those mechanics being in games. But when we got to Rune Factory 5 on the Switch, at that point, I think it was a Switch exclusive, but then they had also a PC version come out that was better because graphically speaking, it was just so poorly executed on the Switch.
Yeah.
I've not seen anyone talk about how it performs on the Switch 2, but I don't think there's been any sort of upgrade path to help,
probably not,
mitigate all the issues that were in 5. And frankly, I think just some of the story elements and the mechanics, I just did not like in 5. Like I just found, going up the dragons and having your farms there, and it just felt so disjoint that I didn't feel like I had this nice cohesive story that I fell in love with, like in 4.
Yeah.
So I'm so scared to also just pick it up again. Like it probably is really bad, right? Am I going to be even more disappointed if I try it again and put it down again?
It's unfortunate because like I think that was the first Rune Factory game I ever tried.
It was. Oh, really? Oh gosh.
Yeah.
How far did you get?
Not far. I dropped that very quickly. I was like, this is bad. And then like it really did not set a good standard for what I think about Rune Factory.
I was starting to collect them with the intention of playing them. So I picked up 3 special, 4 special. I had picked up some of the earlier spin-off ones like Tides of Destiny on the PS3 or whatever.
I thought that was the Wii or something.
Maybe it was the Wii.
Oh, I think it was with both Wii and
maybe. Okay, yeah. So I picked up one of those. I'm pretty sure it was the PlayStation version, but it like I hadn't actually dove in yet, but I saw 5 and I like looking at the previews and stuff. I was like, oh, this looks really cool.
It looked so good. That was like
it was
had
very
actual
impressive
3D
looking
models. Yeah.
Compared to the previous entries, like this was a big glow up.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe I'll jump in here and see how I like it, but I didn't actually start it because I think Emily, you had said way back when you're like, oh no. Yeah, I was like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So thanks for helping me dodge that particular bullet.
And I think
it is still sitting on my shelf, so I guess the joke's on me.
Like I was just generally waiting for patches. Like, please make this run and look better, and maybe add some more dialogue because a lot of the NPCs they just said the same thing. I'm like, this is not fun. because like part of the allure, I think, of Rune Factory is, getting to know the people in your vicinity, I guess town, if you will. And, forming relationships, like friendships and things with them. And there's also like marriage options and things like that. Like, your typical sort of story season sort of experience, but with RPG elements. And they were just so bland, so not interesting. I'm like, this is so disappointing. Yeah. Why? But I'm glad, at least with Guardians of Azima, that's released on the Switch 2 and Switch 1 as well. This past May, was it? Or no, they pushed it back to June because of the Switch 2. Much better experience. I highly recommend that. It gets a little bit repetitive towards the end there, but despite that, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, that repetition at the end is like the one consistent criticism I've heard, but otherwise, people seem to really like it. So that's good. And it's fully on cart on the Switch too, right? So that's good.
There's just the one thing that I think a lot of people were thinking it was not on the cart because I had to download 16 gigs. What is this? It's because whenever any sort of Switch game has some sort of patch, they have to re-download everything onto your game. The whole game, not necessarily the whole game, just everything that's been some sort of upgrade path or patches on the eShop. Oh, and even if the upgrade path is on the Switch 2 cart, because there was a small little minor patch, how the Switch works, both for Switch 1 and Switch 2. It's whatever downloadable content, even if it's on the cart, they have to re-download it all and put it on your system if you want the latest patch. So that's annoying. But despite that, if you just want, a nice physical, it does its job. And it runs fine, I think, without the patch. So there's that.
Yeah.
It's just minor. Anyway.
Good
Tangent
to know.
aside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I saw that as a frequent criticism saying, they lied. It's not actually on the cart. I'm like, it is. It's just, this is how the Switch works. And it's just really apparent with this game because of how much you have to download.
There are there's a few odd decisions on the Switch and Switch 2, hardware wise and like system software wise, which it just as a quick aside, because I don't know where else I'm going to talk about this. I got the Switch 2 for my birthday. My wife got it for me, which is the only way I was going to get it. I was like, not going to go out and buy it myself. Because I just have been kind of disenfranchised. Well, not disenfranchised. I don't know. I've been like turned off, disenchanted, turned off from it. And the thing that actually annoys me the most about the Switch 2 is that it is the exact same user interface as the Switch. You would not know it was different. I'm like, this was already the most boring, bare bones, barely like covered up Android interface that a console has ever had, and they're doubling down on it. Like, it's the dumbest, worst interface. Why are you making this the cornerstone of your system architecture? Anyway, like I said, I didn't know where else I was going to bring that up, but I hate that. So I'm glad I got a chance to bring it up on this.
I think I know why they did it, but it's still like, why?
It's I don't like it. Bad. Anyway, since where else am I? I'm not like, this is our episode to be negative. So
it's so scary. The interface they kept.
It's terrifying.
I know.
It scared me the first time, and they brought it back.
They want to scare you again.
They sure did. They pulled it off. My next game is again one that I don't think is like universally hated or anything. It's like it has its fans, and I understand why it has a pretty good pedigree behind it in terms of like some of the key developers that they highlight. And that is Astria Ascending. So if you're not familiar, Astria Ascending is this kind of 2D side-scrolling RPG.
It looks pretty.
So there's like light platforming. It is pretty. Yeah. It's got that kind of almost Vanillaware style. Like, it's not quite. It's different. It's notably different, but it is similar to a Vanillaware aesthetic with the 2D sprites and everything. The way they animate feels a little like
more stilted.
It reminds me a little bit of like some Flash animation from like the early 2000s where it was not great. But I could forgive that. That's not something that really is going to bother me. So you side scroll. There's a little bit of light platforming. It's not super challenging platforming. And there's turn-based combat. So you encounter enemies, you go into battles, you have turn-based combat, and it's actually like the combat system itself is not bad. It's not entirely original. I would say it kind of cribs a lot of stuff from other games, and they kind of stole from the right games. It's a pretty decent battle system. So it has a lot going for it. Musically, I think it's Hitoshi Sakamoto did the music or something. Okay. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But it had like pretty well-known composer, writer, these big names. So I was enthusiastic. Like, I'd heard decently good things, and I picked it up, tried it out, and my gosh, you guys, like, there are so many things that make this a no-go for me. From a story perspective, it falls into this trap of having a really interesting premise, but starting the story after all of the interesting stuff has already happened. Which is something I've I feel like that happens a lot in fan fiction. This is a weird comparison to draw, but one thing I noticed in fan fiction that I've read over the years is that people seem hesitant to write the truly cool and exciting stuff that might be a little more challenging to write. So they start after all of that stuff happened, and they have characters reflecting on it. This is what Astria Ascending kind of does. So the premise of Astria Ascending is every so often, hundreds of years, there's this blight that's going to destroy the world, and these heroes are brought together to go and stop the blight, and they all have to die in the end. Like, they're all kind of self-sacrifice to save the world. This could be a cool plot. I think this could be an interesting premise for a story. You start with your main character, and you progress through, and you meet all of the different characters that are going to be part of your team, and there's conflict, and people are uncertain because they're asking a lot, right? Like, you have to go and sacrifice yourself. But they don't give us that. They start the story after the team has already been assembled, and there's like, I don't know, a few months left before this big battle needs to happen. And so the most interesting part of the story is over. The characters already have established their relationships. We don't get to see any of that happen. And so that is just a big writing mistake, in my opinion. Like, as a writer, what I would say is, like, you've chosen to show the wrong stuff, and bad move. On top of that, like, compounding the problem is the dialogue. The dialogue itself isn't particularly bad. It's fine. But the voice acting, and more specifically, the voice direction, is really problematic in this game. We have characters that were clearly recording in separate places. And it may have been recorded during the pandemic. I'm not 100% sure. But it would make sense if it had been. Because everybody seems like they're recording from different places. You get slight audio quality differences. And also, where the direction comes in and is a problem is characters will pronounce the names of important events and places and items and people differently. So they're not pronouncing things the same way. It's like, that's awful. And that is a directing problem. That is not the fault of the actor. They were given a spreadsheet with lines, and these are made up words, folks. Like, they don't know how they're supposed to say them. Like, that's fair. No. That's what the director does. I don't know how to say that when I'm trying to when you're doing a stream trying to read them out loud.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So things like that, I'm like, that's not. For me, for you listening or watching, that might be something you can get over and not care about. For me, that is like an unforgivable sin. That's like, you have not done the bare minimum from a directing standpoint. So you haven't earned my time.
No quality control there.
No quality control. So that's the story. The gameplay side, like I said, it has a pretty decent battle system. The problem is that it is incredibly grindy. Like, it is old school grindy. With like a new school aesthetic, and not a fun way. So like I had found the battle system interesting in the beginning. I had some hesitancy about the story because of the reasons I said, but I was like, well, the combat's interesting. I'm going to stick it out and at least finish it.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I got, 5, 6, maybe 7 hours in, and I was like, this isn't fun anymore. It's just so grindy. So, Astria Ascending, I got rid of it. Terrible. It's no longer on my shelf. I was like, nope, not for me.
I just remembered a game I got rid of that I could definitely talk about. Like, whenever I get rid of a game, I try to just delete it.
You erase it from your mind, yeah.
Exactly. So I can have, better experiences to draw from and remember and reflect on. That you just opened up when I forgot I had.
Oh, good.
You should go next, though. Dallah.
Okay. All right, I'll go next. Keeping in the same kind of mentality of my last pick, where kind of a series goes to die, unfortunately, is Dawn of Mana.
Oh.
Dawn of Mana for the PS2.
Okay.
Because
series didn't die, though.
It died for a long time.
It was resurrected.
It was only it took a long time for it to get resurrected.
Back. Yeah.
But like the biggest problem with Dawn of Mana is that it looks so good as a PS2 game. Like it was gorgeous. It was everything I wanted. Like after playing, Legend of Mana on the PS1 and coming away from that, I was like, all right, like you get this PS2, like you get the trailer for this and you're like, wow, like they're going all in 3D world. It's got that like vibrant mana look, and it was everything you wanted.
Did you guys get me to buy this?
Yes, we did.
It was so bad you made me buy it.
It's okay. Just.
I don't think I was involved in the influencing of this. I haven't played it myself. I don't think I was involved.
It was one of you.
This was Abdallah.
Or both.
This was
Probably.
But let me bring it up.
But I mean, it's I would say because like I don't know, I just like to own it.
Sure.
Because it's inherently like it's a very beautiful game. The music is incredible. The story is it's fine. It's okay. It's like it's a very basic Mana story.
Yeah.
But the gameplay itself, between the camera, which was probably one of the worst things on the PS2, like in terms of like just the controls.
Just the PS2, right?
But this was especially bad for the PS2.
Especially bad.
Okay. I was gonna say I have a fondness for the jankiness of the PS2 controls, like in platformers.
Yeah.
I got used to it because that was my first ever home console, but still.
Oh yeah, this is especially janky.
Okay.
Like it's like a whole different level of jankiness. And then this whole idea is like it was more actiony and less like RPG. There's like very little RPG mechanics. A lot of it is kind of like either hiding behind things or throwing objects. And you had these like attacks that you can kind of grapple things and like throw them. And then you would gain levels within a stage. And then when you moved on to the next stage, you would start over from zero. And so like there was never a sense of progression as you went through this game. And so like as a person who, love JRPGs and love RPGs in general, I like to see the number go up. So when the number goes up and then they take away that number,
and
they make me go back down and have to do it again like right away, and I'm like, this is
number gets small. Number gets small.
I know.
That's not how game go. Number get big.
No.
Supposed to be
number
additive.
Get big and it get bigger. Not get smaller.
Get the biggest.
No.
Biggest number. Then
I
you
want
win.
Biggest number so I can be, strong boy.
The very best.
Be the baddest boy in school. Yeah.
Exactly. So it just like between that mechanic that kind of like basically just took away the whole idea of RPG mechanics in there. Because a lot of people just weren't into that. The controls around how the battle mechanics worked were very janky. It just wasn't like, it was like it deceptively, like it kind of lulled you in and going like, hey, it's a Mana game. It's beautiful. And then it just hit you with a trap. And then you're just like, no, it's all wrong. Like this
Mana gone
shouldn't
wrong.
be like this. Yeah. Mana gone wrong. And that's the scariest part about this game is that like, from the the artwork to everything, you're just like, this is gonna be great. And then like as a kid, if you're a Mana fan, you're ready because this is supposed to be like a prequel to Secret of Mana. I think the story, that's where it's supposed to set. But and then you just play it and it just like completely disappoints you. And so that's the scariest aspect of this game. It's like that's why I'm choosing these games is that like they lull you into a false sense of security using an IP that is like beloved, and then it just like pounces on you and is like, this is going to ruin your day.
Yeah. Would you say this has made you more like hesitant or less hyped for new releases when for the next part of a series you love?
I would say yes and no. And yes,
no. You still fall for it every time.
I fall. I'm
the same way. I'm a dreamer.
I'm a sucker.
I'm a dreamer. sucker's a less kind way of putting it. I'm a dreamer. I want it to be good. I'll believe in it.
You're optimistic. You want to embrace the hype.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then if it's great, it's great. And if it's bad, then I'll hopefully forget about it.
Yeah, and erase it from your memory, like my next one.
Like you do.
No, this wasn't what I had that hyped.
No.
Yeah. So that was my pick. I just felt like because I'm a very big, like, I love Mana, the Mana series, and I was a big fan of Legend of Mana and everything leading up to that, and so it was just like sad to see the Mana series die for that period of time.
Yeah, good thing it came back.
It took
with vengeance.
It took years, and that's why everybody needs to go out, and if you haven't played Visions of Mana,
please play Visions of Mana. It's so good.
It is a good game.
It's so good.
It's beautiful. You guys we need to keep that game going, keep funding it. Just let Square know that we need more.
We need more.
That's it. Go do that. That's the moral of the story. There you go. So Emily, I give it to you.
Okay, the game I completely erased from my memory until just now is Fragrant Story.
Oh, yeah.
At first I thought you said Vagrant Story, and I was like,
Fragrant
Story.
Smelly Story.
Then I forgot that's
with the smelly box that you smell the sticker.
The scratch and sniff, yeah.
Which I still don't know what scent mine was. I sold it.
Granted, Earthbound had that, so
it did.
Oh, in the strategy guide, right? Yeah.
But I imagine that one smelled better than whatever Fragrant Story had. It was a weird, like, musky.
I don't remember what that smelled like.
Well, the Earthbound ones were supposed to smell bad. It's supposed to smell like stinky feet and barf and stuff. But maybe it still did.
It was a very 90s. It was a very 90s.
Very 90s.
That does sound very 90s.
Yeah. But anyway, Fragrant Story. Tell us about Fragrant Story.
Yes.
So this was advertised as the last 3DS game, which in retrospect, it was not the last 3DS game that was released. So I guess you could revise it, say the last RPG 3DS game. Mm-hmm. And there was, I think, a lot of ambition from this one developer. I think it was somewhat crowdfunded, and they kept hyping it up, saying it's going to be so great. We got all these people to help work on this game. We got some really big composers in Japan. I don't know who the name was who worked on the soundtrack, but some pretty big names that did like a track or two. I suppose that they just paid them for just to have their name advertise it.
I'm going to guess that Sakamoto was involved. Let me look.
Honestly, maybe. You should definitely look it up. I should have done that earlier, but I didn't realize this is something I can pull from for this episode.
It escaped your mind, so.
It did.
Yeah.
It was so scary, I blacked out. No.
So how does the game play?
The game plays, so it's like your turn-based system. Mm-hmm. What was kind of cool about it was they had like the spinning kind of luck wheel to help figure out how much damage, your attack could do or something like that. So I had some interesting ideas. The main issue was that it was a 15-minute long game. And they wasted one of the 3DS, like the last remaining 3DS cards out there for like a 15-minute game.
15, 1-5.
1-5. And I guess the idea was you're supposed to replay it, but there was like no story, no substance. They even had like voice acting and stuff, but I'm like, what is this experience? What am I supposed to be replaying here? The same map, and you have like a bee stinging you? Like, it's not that interesting.
So how do you 15 minutes. So like,
so they had different difficulty levels, and basically you just listen to like a 5-minute cutscene. Then there's maybe like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. If you take a long time, some grids and stuff that you go and play, but it was not good. I know that and then one of the other things was that they promised that before the eShop shut down, that they will have some sort of updated patch. And they kept like teasing this, like, this is the appeal. You should buy this, physically, even though there's not that much on this cart that we wasted. But there's going to be some sort of, eShop patch. But I don't think that ever happened on the 3DS, that is, because I think it wasn't until it released on the Switch they added a little bit more, but honestly it wasn't that much more from what I heard.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that much of a substantial game, despite, adding to it and whatever promises. It
It is on sale digitally on the eShop for $2 right now. If anybody's interested,
it's cheap. It's cheap. That is one of, I guess, the best things. But if you bought the physical 3DS when it initially came out, it was $40.
Yeah, not a budget title.
Not a budget title.
And I just want to say, yes, I just shot in the dark. It was Hitoshi Sakamoto that they brought on to do some music.
He must be. Does he have like a Fiverr or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
Just give me whatever composition needs you need. I'll throw out a song to you.
Sure. Yeah.
What, like, so 15 minutes?
Like, I don't know what it is on the Switch now, but from what I heard, they didn't add that much more.
Yeah.
They claim 10 hours for basic story completion, and then 100% would be 30 hours. But I don't fully buy that.
No.
I don't buy that. And this is with the additional papayas path. It's spelled two different ways. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I thought it was platypus at first when I first saw it. I was like, what is it?
Yeah, so that's with the addition of this stuff is, I guess, does expand it into a little more. But
it does, but I'm not convinced the story was that interesting.
Yeah,
like,
why would you want to
what
keep going?
story?
There was no story. I was so confused. The whole thing.
I'm just so shocked by this 15 minutes. Like, what can you tell?
I think you could unlock a character if you replay it, but there was no story. There was no story.
Like, what are you gonna do with that? Like, that's ridiculous.
And I know this developer got kind of mad at some people for their negative feedback. Got mad at you
because I said I think someone asked me on Twitter. They like just in the public, like, hey, is this worth buying on the eShop before it closes for $2? I'm like, probably not. I would skip it. It was not that interesting. And then he's like, DM'd me. And the developer was like, what was so bad about it? Why isn't $2 cheap? Like, what more do you need? I'm like, time. It wasn't worth my time for $2.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I had forgotten about that game too.
Exactly.
I completely forgotten it existed.
And I know they were selling those collector's editions. I think even David Brink had some videos saying it was a scam.
Yeah,
it honestly was at that point.
He got reached out to by the developer too, who was mad at him.
I think so. To take down the video or something saying it wasn't a scam. We delivered what we promised. I'm like, did you really?
Because like it literally like sounds like it would be a scam, like some sort of money laundering scam. For them to like do this, because like that's just ridiculous that they were just like, because like, how did they advertise it leading up to the game coming out? Like, did they say like how long did they say the game was? And like,
I don't think they quoted a length. I think there was just an assumption it's an RPG. It should play for at least a few hours.
Play. Yeah,
which
like,
I guess
you expect.
And technically you can replay it for that length, but for what purpose? I don't know.
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do?
It's not particularly pretty to look at. It's not.
No. Like,
I mean,
I guess the one redeeming feature is I liked how the soundtrack they included in the regular version was like the spinning wheel. That was about it.
Yeah. I don't think
you need to. If you said I want to try it, you don't need to.
I need to. No, stop right there.
I might honestly, for $2, I might do it. Maybe I'll use it for a video someday or something. Like you can't.
Honestly, if you need an RPG to on, maybe. Sorry,
guys.
Disappointing games. Yeah.
I might need to do a one-off 15-minute stream.
Like I'm sure the game now is not 15 minutes. I'm sure they took the criticism and be like, okay, we actually have to make this a more substantial game. But when it initially launched, it was bad. I'm like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah,
I'm not effing with this.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Let's see if How Long to Beat has a
maybe they have an entry or some user entries. What does it say there now?
The main story.
Oh. They should have it broken down by system, right?
Let me make sure. Fragrant Story. Okay, so there's. Oh, they don't have it broken out.
No, they just have it by game. So the original game, and then the game with Papaya's Path. Papaya's Path adds a half hour.
What?
This can't be right.
It does.
This can't be right. So this is based on people self-reporting their hours. They're claiming, based on the data they have, that the main story plus extra stuff takes 16 hours on the base game, but if you add in Papayas Path, it takes 15 hours, meaning there's less.
No.
This is not very useful. This is not.
No, it doesn't sound reliable. I think people didn't play it because it was bad.
Yeah,
I think they must have gotten their friends to put some stuff on there.
They must not have a big enough data set for this to be useful.
Nothing reliable. I wonder if someone on Reddit said it or something, like how long it took them if they did play it.
Yeah,
I did see someone on Reddit. I just read it now. They're like played it on each difficulty, and each one took 15 minutes, even if they played it on hard.
Is that the 3DS or the new one?
3DS.
Yes, that's how long it took me. Yeah. I did play it. I'm just like, that was it.
Yeah, that's wild.
I think there were some characters I could unlock, but I was like, I don't want to. What's the point?
Right. Yeah.
I don't see there being a point at that point.
It's a story centric genre. If you want to make a game, I don't know. I don't know. I guess you could argue that tactical RPGs,
tactical ones don't necessarily are
maybe less story centric or like as big of an emphasis.
Good mechanics.
But a tactical battle should take you at least like 15 minutes to do the battle sometimes or more.
To do one battle, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like on the low end because, like, Final Fantasy Tactics, we just played that, and look, some of those battles can go on for like 30 or so.
You might take a half hour, yeah.
Like 30 or so minutes, like depending on the kind of battle you're in.
The tactical gameplay in that Fragrant Story was not good.
Yeah,
like I was promising with the spinning wheel, but that was about it. It's just basically almost like a Saga.
You're gonna have to explain what you mean by the spinny wheel.
It's been a while since I played it, to be honest. I just remember. If you wanted to hit something, you have the chance for crit, which was like displayed on a wheel or miss or something like that. Like,
gotcha.
It was just basically showing chance on a wheel.
I see.
Like visually.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, again, it's been a while, and I tried to delete this game from my memory.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to watch a Let's Play of it just to see. I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see
what the story. What kind of story can they tell in 15 minutes? I'm just like shocked by that.
Yeah, JRPG Life, they've been streaming all their 3DS games. So I'm sure they've gotten to that one at some point.
Okay, I'll check this out later.
And I was going to say their streams. I think they try for like half an hour for each game or whatever it was. So that's not even going to fill the time.
I was going to say that I'm pretty sure that this was one of the oldest things that you had ever covered, Emily. And I went back and it's your third video
I did an
on
unboxing.
YouTube. Yeah.
It was an unboxing because I was excited for it. And I was like, I think this might be interesting, but I don't know, guys. There's not much on here. I played it. I'm like, I haven't deleted it. You can still watch the video.
Yeah, it's there.
But yeah, it was one of my oldest videos. It was pretty highly viewed, I guess, because there weren't that many people covering it. It was, advertised as the last 3DS game, which at that point I was really into, trying to get all the 3DS games before.
Yeah.
They stopped.
Oh man, that is too funny. Okay, yeah. So that's a
deep dive into that.
Thank you for teaching us a little bit about fragrant.
Not to be confused with vagrant.
Stinky story. Stinky game.
Stinky tail.
And nothing is scarier than a stinky smell.
Nothing. So I have I guess we'll say this is my final game. If we can wrap it up to 3 games each. That seems like a nice round number. Not round in the traditional
I don't know if
sense.
I have a third game, to be honest. I can talk about games I haven't tried because they're scary.
We can do a really discussion on that. The fear keeping us from trying. Yeah. But this one is one that was pretty, like, not even pretty, extremely universally despised upon it releasing. I did not review it, so I hadn't played it. I didn't play it early or anything. But here's the thing: like, I am, like I said, I'm a dreamer. And I saw this game, and I was like, "This looks beautiful. This is like one of the most compelling looking art style presentations for a game I have ever seen. Period." And I stand by that. It's very pretty. But
a good anime aesthetic.
Very, very solid. Just beautiful. And, I thought there's no way that it can be as bad as this, because I'll be honest with you, I exist in the YouTube reviewer space, And a lot of times people will jump on a bandwagon and dogpile on a game, and it doesn't deserve that. Like, come on,
it's not that
guys.
bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Mediocrity does not mean it's bad.
No, and that's my thing. I've talked before, I think on the show even, about the 7 out of 10 game. And some people look at a 7 out of 10 game and they're like, I'm not going to waste my time with that. There's 8 and 9 and 10 out of 10 games I need to play. It's like, okay, well, that's fine, but you're missing a lot of really cool experiences. 7 out of 10 games are great. So I thought this is probably a 7 out of 10 game, and people are just being dramatic because that's how YouTube works. You get clicks by being dramatic. So I was like, I'm going to play it anyway. And my God, a stopped clock is right twice a day. And in this case, the overabundance of negativity surrounding this game was correct. And I'm talking about, of course, Loop 8. Loop 8 was it just on the Switch?
It was PS4.
It was on PS4.
Was it PS4?
Too,
okay.
Well. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had it on the Switch. Just a nightmare of a game, you guys. Just a despicable piece of garbage. I'm sorry, garbage. The gameplay is. I'm like losing my voice.
Oh no!
That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is.
It's taking me. It's killing me.
Taking your voice. Taking your voice away. You should not speak of how bad this game is.
I have to warn the people. No, they've already been warned. It's fine. The gameplay, atrocious. Terrible. Like, the idea is that you are in this loop. You're looping through the month of August, and you go around and you get people to join you. And you do so by talking to them. And you might think, oh, cool, like character interaction. You're going to get some character development and stuff. No. All of your non-crucial story moment interactions with characters are almost like a menu. Like, you go and you talk to somebody, they'll say something to you, it's pretty meaningless, and you choose how you respond, and that will increase your stats, your like affinity with that character by certain percentages or whatever. And the idea is to get their affinity up high enough that they will join you. And then they kind of walk around with you. They look like lost puppies kind of wandering around the space with you. And like, then they'll randomly choose to leave you. And it doesn't quite make sense. I don't know. I feel like it seems like I'm doing a bad job explaining it, but honestly, the game is just bad.
Yeah.
And then the combat is very kind of standard turn-based. You know, like, I don't have strong feelings about that. I do have strong feelings about the loading. And I don't know if this is the case on the PS4 version, but on the Switch version, at least, there is so much loading. Every screen you enter, you have to load to get into it. They're not particularly large. And then you load when you go into the next screen. You approach an enemy to initiate combat, loading, enter the battle, fight the battle, win the battle, loading, back into the main screen, exit the screen, loading. Not to mention that every time your stat goes up, this little like spirit animal thing comes down from the heavens and has to deliver this like repeated monologue to you every single time. I played like 20 minutes of the game to get footage for like a Games That Disappointed Me video. And I saw that thing like 8 times in the 20 minutes that I was playing the game. It's like, this is too much, guys. This is so bad. It is like,
to be clear, that like when you replayed it, you didn't just test it out for 20 minutes.
No. I when I went back to actually get footage for it. Yeah. But I appreciate it. Yeah. The first time I played was on an airplane, so I was like a captive audience, and it was. Oh man. It was so bad.
That's
just like the biggest misalignment of like visual presentation with gameplay that I've ever seen, ever seen. Highly recommend you just don't even think about it. Don't even think about it.
You know how we're talking about games we avoided because we heard they're bad? That was one.
It was one. I haven't touched it.
I won't touch it.
Nope.
I don't want to.
Nope.
I don't need to waste my time.
And even though I've been burned, like with this game, I still hold to my philosophy. Like, I have found so many great experiences by ignoring the crowd.
Yeah.
The vitriolic voices that speak in unison, because that's the bandwagon is a fun place to be.
I think people just want to hate on the game, you know?
Yeah, sometimes it's more fun to hate on it if it's not.
That got a lot of hate at that time.
That got a lot of hate.
That's true.
I bought it because I'm like, it can't be that bad.
I beat it.
You beat it?
Did you beat it?
It was good.
I beat it. I enjoyed it.
It's fine.
It's a fine game. It's like it's a perfect like 7.5 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
It's like
nothing to on.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry, guys.
we just got an age restricted. No, it's fine.
You can bleep me out. It's okay. Twice.
It's funny.
I did it twice.
It'd actually probably be funnier if you bleep it out.
Probably. What did I actually say?
Funny.
What did she say? You don't even know. It's so bad. I had to bleep it.
The one person that dropped some sort of like curse today is
just Emily.
Yeah, she's
I just
potty
mood.
mouth.
I don't know.
It's the scariest thing. You never know.
It's scary.
Scary, man.
She's going
scary
into
stuff we're talking about here. Yeah. But anyway, so my philosophy hasn't changed. I will still try games if they look interesting to me, even if the voices are saying that they're bad. And I generally don't regret that. There's occasionally get burned, but if 9 times out of 10 I have a pretty good experience, that's worth it to me. So I don't regret trying it. But I would encourage you all, if you are not like me and you do care about the reviews, don't just listen to them. They're right. They're right this time. I
felt like with that game, it was across the board. I don't think I saw.
Yeah, there was not one positive. Yeah, not one
I've heard people saying it was not that bad. I'm like,
oh really?
Did you play it?
Really? Oh,
like some of the commenters. I don't know if they actually played it or they just were hoping it would be good.
Yeah, usually with games that have like people
like you don't actually play visual novels. That's why you don't like it. I'm like, no, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
Like usually you'll find some positivity somewhere on the internet talking about the game, but like with Loop 8, it was just like it felt like everybody was talking
stinker. And then it went on sale, like deeply discounted.
Yeah, it was like $10.
It's also a telling sign.
Yeah. Which is that's not a good sign.
Or that it was just crushed in mediocrity, like I picked up a lot of ones that were, heavily discounted $10. After, people said it wasn't good, but it's actually not that bad. So I picked them up cheap.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Forspoken I got that. I ended up picking that up.
I got that heavily discounted, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one Final Fantasy Paradise, Stranger in Paradise? I picked that up for like $5. I'm like,
that's true. And actually that game is not that bad. Like I played it, I enjoyed it. It was like a very like mediocre. It was like fine game. Like a very 7 out of 10
game. Is not bad. People they get so upset when a game is graded 7 out of 10 and they like it. I'm like, it's not a bad score.
Yeah.
I would say if it gets into the 5 range, it's bad.
Yeah.
7's not bad.
No, 7's not.
7 out of 10 usually means that they are executing either really well on certain areas and kind of failing in others, or they are doing a serviceable job across the board. Yeah. And it can also mean that they are kind of making a big swing with a particular idea, gameplay, story, whatever, and it's not going to hit for everybody. But like I'm always interested in those big swings, like
the experimental
sometimes
ones,
sometimes it's disappointing, but I think more often than not for me it's like surprising in a fun way, and I like that. So I agree. Anyway, Dallah, did you have another game or another topic you wanted to throw in?
I don't think I have another game off.
Which ones are you too scared to try?
Well,
let's get into that. Loop 8,
Loop 8 was one of them. I'm trying to think of like other ones that I've been too scared to jump into. I don't know. Emily, do you have any right now while I think of something?
So I guess there's a few. There's War of the Argrist, I've heard was really bad. I'm not saying I'm saying that.
Record of Agrest War, yeah.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. See, so bad I forgot the name.
I've heard pretty.
I heard it wasn't so good, and it's like I usually gravitate towards more tactical games, and I'm always curious about the lineage ones after playing Fire Emblem Awakening. But I hear this one's not so good. Not so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have heard. I would say probably more mixed things about it, but generally bad. I have it. I have them all.
Not good.
I have them all on the shelf, but what am I going to,
Did you get the, I know they remade it on the Switch and PS4 or something.
I thought about it, but I was like, I don't think that this is probably going to be for me anyway. And I already technically own them. So I was like, pass, but.
Pass.
Yeah.
Same.
I did think of one, the Valkyria Revolution. You were talking about that earlier.
Yes, I have that on my shelf. I did buy it really cheaply. I'm like, it can't be that bad, right?
Same.
That's the one I've been scared to play because I do like I played the first one at least, and that was really good. And so like I've been meaning to go back and play them, but I'm like, I don't think I'm going to want to play that one specifically because I've heard just like
I need to play the mainline games, but I would be curious, like, is it that bad, or are people just upset because they changed the combat? I feel like usually if there's been a drastic change, like Branden was mentioning, especially to a beloved franchise, they do like a 180 or something, people get upset. So I wonder if that's part of it, because it went from real-time strategy to action.
Yeah,
it's possible. I feel like I also heard negative things about like the story and characters.
It's
and
not
whatnot
just mediocre or something.
I mean, it might be. I haven't delved too deeply into it. I always thought like I got it super cheap, and I was like, if and when I do like a deep dive on the Valkyria Chronicles series, like I played the first one, but if I I have the second one on PSP. If I play the fourth one, maybe I'll want to throw it in and see how it how I feel about it.
And the fan translated one on the third one. The third one, be good. Maybe they'll bring that back at some point, but I don't know.
Yeah, the one we didn't get for whatever reason. Like people love it.
Yeah, apparently it's one of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good example. I also, like I said, kind of holding off to see if it's even going to be something I want to take a risk on playing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think in the indie space, there's also a lot of that feeling too.
I think more so because, especially if they are from developers that are untried, if you will. Like, is it worth my time to play it, or am I not going to have fun with this? Like usually it's not that expensive because they're indie games.
Emily, did you just turn yourself up?
No.
Oh, you just got like super loud.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
No, I don't know either.
It scared
me too.
I was like, all of a sudden it just blew up my ears.
I feel like I'm still kind of talking quietly.
No, you're not. You like, I could tell you weren't talking any differently. It's just like all of a sudden got so loud.
It got so loud. I don't know. So that's a scare of the week for you guys all. If you get really loud all of a sudden, that's
I don't know if it came through in the recording. It might be totally fine in the recording. It might have just been in the live.
It scared Branden and I. Like you should see our eyes kind of like our eyes was like, what?
Am I still loud though?
I brought you down on the call. Okay. It doesn't affect the recording. I brought you down on the call. Okay. Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know.
One one that I was really disappointed, but I really wanted to try it out, but then I'm too scared to even try it. Is the Sky Oceans game that was kind of like a spiritual successor. It looked kind of like a Skies of Arcadia style game.
Oh.
But apparently like it did not do well, live up to anyone's expectation. And
it's hard to compete with Skies of Arcadia. I feel like so many people love that game and are still hoping for some remaster at some point.
Yeah.
One day.
Sega has been, doing stuff with its older properties. It's not impossible.
They made first 4 figures out of them. Come on, guys, just give us a port at least.
Well, granted, Square's done the same thing with Xenogears, and they don't want to touch that.
Well, I don't know if they've made new stuff. I think they just reissue things, right?
Well, because they've done like all the figurines. Then they did like
that was a while ago. So I meant like recently.
It's been a while.
They've just been reissuing them. Like I don't think there's a brand new figure that they've released.
Was the Marky figure new?
They have a new.
That was re-release.
Maybe
there's a Bart that's coming out that hasn't been released yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's brand new
for Bartholomew. So like that one I think is still like they're still doing some things, and they kind of like always hint at like Xenogears stuff.
Possibly.
They'll always like drop it. They'll always drop just random like when we had Xenogears music in what's it called? What's that one?
Theater Rhythm?
Switch game,
Theater
Rhythm games and whatnot. And they did a recent like concert stream that was like Xenogears music too. And so
it's coming up like the anniversaries of a lot of these games are coming up. Like they did the Chrono Cross one a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they did they're doing the Chrono Trigger one, I think. Is it this year? But yeah, it's smart of them, even if they're not working on another game. Like they've got these entrenched fans, might as well give them some stuff. It gets our hopes up, but at least we get cool stuff.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about my figures.
Yeah.
So any other games you guys have been kind of
scared?
Scared to try?
I guess wary to try would be, is it Valkyrie Elysium?
Elysium.
I just hear it's mediocre.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it felt like a different game they just reskinned to kind of fit with that series, but it wasn't necessary or something like that.
That's another game that like got real cheap real quick. Like I picked that up for like I think $10 or $15. But
also that's when Square Enix was just releasing all
I was going to say that was like that was the period where they were blitzing the market, and that did not go well.
Nope. And it was a lot of like.
I just thought of another one that I'm scared to try. Yeah, Neptunia games. I hear so many weird things, about those. Whoever that studio is, the Hearts.
I didn't even think about that.
Compiled Hearts.
Yeah.
You just hear all the bad stuff.
Idea Factory as a publisher.
Request, but
I have both of the first two games in that series. Like I have a lot of Idea Factory games and like games that they've published, and some of them I think are by Compile Hearts. And I like the only one I've ever played published by Idea Factory, I think, is Mary Skelter, the first one, which is like a dungeon crawler, weird, like, and actually legit.
I hear it's
like
not
that.
Bad.
Yeah, I legit like that. That's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
But when you get into more of the, I don't know, very heavily fan servicey games, I'm scared.
And
to
I would
try
say,
them.
and I would say honestly, the Mary Skelter game is kind of that way. Like there's some optional things you can do that are even more so. So you can kind of avoid those. Like I think you have to do it one time, and then after that, you don't have to do it again. It's like scrubbing them clean with the stylus, or not the stylus, but with the finger on the screen.
Oh, that's a little weird.
Just a little like, okay, these are clearly children. Don't ask me to do this.
No, they're 1,000 years old, Brandon. You don't know.
Oh, yeah. Lolly hags or whatever, right? Yeah.
It makes it okay.
That's okay.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, so Idea Factory games, I agree. I have several. I have Neptunia, the first one. For the
I've heard
PS3.
some people like them. Like when they were on
they do
Vita,
have a
I felt
fan
like they were
base.
Vita like darling for a while.
Yeah, for sure. They do have a fan base.
Yeah,
I'm just afraid I just won't like it. Like I usually don't mind some fan service, but if it's just the whole game, I'm like, I don't think that's for me.
I kind of want to try it just because I think they dubbed them. Like they actually went all out, and I don't know if that's just an Idea Factory thing.
Ones? Like I think so. The new ones or
wait?
Oh, I don't know. At least the ones that I have, I'm pretty sure are.
They're dubbing this, and they can't even do Atelier.
That's not Idea Factory, but yeah.
I know, but I'm saying like
that's a Koei Tecmo problem.
It's like a smaller, KT has way more money than Idea Factory, I'm sure. I wish they would do that.
So I like to throw my support behind those games, money where mouth is, etc. But
for sure,
yeah, it's still a little like I don't know. I'm a 42-year-old man. Should I be playing this? Is it okay?
Don't let your dreams.
Do I end up on some kind of a list? Do I end up on a list if I play this game?
I don't know.
It's possible.
I just like, I feel like, when I look at it, it's just like something that's probably just not going to appeal to me.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, am I wasting my time just trying it? Like I don't care if other people, have enjoyment out of it, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not illegal, but I don't think I would like it.
Yeah. Like everything about it just like makes me look at it. I'm like, no, I don't think it's not.
The thing that's most intriguing to me is I'm assuming it's a little more of a comical, lighthearted sort of thing. Like the premise is like it's the console wars are personified. So like all the different consoles are characters.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Like it seems like it would be funny, and there's not a ton of like just overtly funny JRPG type games. Yeah. So I would like to try it from that perspective. Like, is it really funny? Like maybe. It obviously had a fan base, and I can't imagine they're all just gooners, for lack of a better term. I don't think so.
I've also heard like females who like it.
Yeah, people like it
into the gooning stuff. So I don't know. I just again, I'm a little scared to try it.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments why we should be scared.
Yeah, are they good? Please tell us.
Are they good? Why are they good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, let me know, because like I'm a little weary. Will I like it? So I don't know. If you can convince me, maybe I'll try it out.
You can borrow mine.
Oh, we'll see. I don't want to touch yours.
Good night, everybody. Actually, that is a good time. That's a good. We should probably wrap it up.
We probably should wrap it up.
On that note,
yeah. What games do you guys find so bad they're scary,
yes,
or which ones are you too scared to try because you heard bad things?
Yeah, exactly. Hit us up with that sweet info down in the comments, please. Thank you for listening, for watching. Thanks especially to our members who help make the show possible. We really appreciate you. If you want to become a member, we encourage you. Please do so. There's fun things that you get for being a member. You get to join the Discord. If you join the Pursuer level, you get the after show, which we're going to record after this episode for a change. Lately, we've been doing it before by accident.
We have, not by accident, by design. By design.
Well, last time it was by design. Yeah.
And we have a book club thingy.
Yes. We do need to talk about the book club. So if you are a member, all the Discord members, if you are a Discord member, we're going to be doing a book club episode on Golden Sun. And I think we're planning that episode for the end of November.
It's not necessarily an episode. I think it's more of a chat. But I think we're still
it'll be like a live thing.
Out how we'll do it.
Yeah. But that's going to be the end of November. So if you want to be a part of that, if you're a member, you have until the endish of November to play through it. I don't think it's a particularly.
I think we're trying to do it before Thanksgiving or the American Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We're flexible. If people need more time though.
Yeah. We'll pull the members and see if we can land on a good time. But yeah, so it's fun. So come hang out with us. And let's see. I think that's it. Leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts if you wouldn't mind. That really helps with discoverability, helps new people find the show. And thanks again for listening and for being cool.
And hope you like our outfits this time.
Yes. I'm going to put this back up for the...
Let us know if we should do more cosplays in the future. That shouldn't just be restricted to Halloween. Though, I don't know. I feel like Halloween, it's the appropriate time.
I'm not very good at cosplay, but
crushing it.
I would do it for you guys if you really want it. So I'll figure something out.
Yeah, have like a member vote or something of what we should wear next time.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
it'd be fun.
That would end terribly. It'd be like me doing
we get some vetoes. We got vetoes, but yes.
Yeah, end up me doing some crossplay.
I would pay to see that
in a dress. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Maid outfit, why not?
I will be like,
what are those? Dallah maid outfit.
Oh my god! All right, let's see what happens. If you guys, it might happen. Who knows?
It might happen. Anyway,
drop a comment for the maid outfit, Dallah.
Maid outfit. Bye.
Goodbye.